So we are going to clean our chimneys for this year because today we're going to build a fire. It's getting cold out. This is already November, so it's sometimes we used to build fires in October. So this year we haven't had to build one yet, but now it's getting cold. It's going to start raining today for like 4 days, so it's going to be really cold and wet. So we want to build fire. So we're going to do the first shed chimney first. So we have to go up this ladder. Not ready sturdy yet. Hold on. I didn't climb up that ladder. Hold on. The problem is this doesn't have a thing on it. Okay, so what I figured out was that we're missing one of the foot on this ladder. So it was dangerous. That's why when I got it, it was going to slide off this way. So we're going to have to improvise. So just give me a minute. Hold on. You're supposed to flip it over. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So we're going to lay it down. Okay. Or we could just get a different ladder.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, now this might work better. Now let's take it over. Okay, now let's try it this way. Oh, better. That's better. Sturdier. That will stay. You don't need the ladder for me. Where's that thing?
Okay.
Careful. Your hand is giving one second time up there. Alright.
Oh, you can reach it up there.
You're gonna hold it for a second. You're gonna hold this for me?
Yeah, I'm holding it.
I got it there. Okay, we're safely up here. Now, I'm going to go clean this. You put this down. Once you take the lid off, you take this down. Okay, so now we're at the top on the roof now. And this is the chimney pipe, of course. This is the first shed one. So we need to take off the lid. Like that. And now what had happened though for this one, not the one in the house, but the one in the first shed, see how this had got pushed like this? And we had birds getting in here and getting into the chimney pipe yesterday. Of course, we hadn't had a fire in it all year. But yesterday, Hannah was in the first shed and she heard this noise in this down there when you're inside the thing, in the stovepipe. Like a bird was flying in there and there was a bird stuck in there. And so we opened the wood stove part and then it flew out. So obviously we don't want that to happen anymore. So we're gonna push our hand in here, right here. See, I'm gonna put my hand in here and I'm gonna flatten this wire back out, see? And then right here you can see it under here. So then we're gonna push it really hard to kind of get it back like that. There we go. Because that doesn't happen to the house one. It just for some reason happened to this one. But I think that should be alright now. But then this is a little bit. So see, does that look better? Like that. Make it more of a circle. So see how that looks better. How I do that. Okay, so now see under there. That looks pretty much better. I don't think they can get through that little bit. So, okay, so now we can clean the pipe. So now this is your chimney sweep tool. And you're you're going to put it down here, and you're going to make sure all of the soot from and ashes from the fires from before, last year it would have been, are cleaned out. Because see, this is very important to do, because if you get blocked there in the chimney pipe, couple things. Your fire won't start really well inside your wood stove because it's no air, right? It's blocked. And also it's dangerous because it could get blocked and it could start a fire in your pipe. And then that's how you could have a chimney fire, right? So it's very important to keep them clean at the beginning of the season that you're going to use fires. Uh-oh. Oh, it's stuck. Hold on 1 second. Oh my goodness, seriously. Oh, I got it. So, like I said, now during the season of building fires, of the winter and fall, I'll tell you in 1 second. Hold on. This is hard work. Now, okay, I think that's pretty clean because not really anything came off of here. So that was a pretty clean one. But what I was going to say is during the season of building fires, as you build the fires, once in a while, what we like to do, well, first of all, they sell things that you can put in there to get rid of the creosote, which is that buildup. But what we like to do is every once in a while, we'll get our fires really hot. And then that heat burns off that creosote too. And then it cleans it naturally. So that's some tips of how to keep your stovepipe clean. So I think that it's good. If you want to look down there, it's just dark, but there doesn't really seem to be any buildup. You can't really see much because it's black, but this went down pretty good, up and down. Nothing really stopped it. So now we're going to put the lid back on. Now, for us, especially this one, you have to make sure the lid goes on good because we get really windy. And sometimes this has blown off. That has happened to us before. So we're going to make sure that this is on very tight. And that part though, still worried about the birds. Okay, I think that looks pretty flat. There's no openings where the birds can climb in. Okay. That little bit, they're not going to be able to climb in there. I think it was just somehow or other that got pushed out or something like that. So, okay. All right, so now let us get down off this chimney and we'll see you on the house chimney. Okay. Hannah? There goes the chimney sweep. Now we're going to climb down. Oh. Be careful climbing down. But my person who was holding the ladder's gone. Hannah! Hannah! Oh my goodness, she left us on the roof. Oh, Hannah, why did you do that? Hannah! Where is she? This is not funny. She's on the roof. We have to get down. Can you hold the ladder?
I didn't know you were already done.
She came back for us. Thank you, Hannah. Okay, so now we're going to climb down. And now we're going to be able to go to the house one. Did you hear us through the stovepipe?
Yeah.
Yelling for you? Good thing she was in the first shed. She heard us. Okay, we got down safely. Okay, so we made it up to the house roof. So this is the house roof. Now, this one is more at an angle than what that first shed roof was. So when we came up here, I had to take my boots off because my boots are muddy because it's muddy out, and it'll make it very slick because, like I said, this roof is more at an angle. It's more dangerous. So we took my boots off so I'm not slippery. Now, also, this one is taller than the one in the first shed, as you can tell. So it will be a little trickier, but we'll get it done. So first we're going to take this part off. This one looks dirtier to me than what the one in the first shed did. So you're going to have to work with me here because this is going to be harder. It's taller and it's at a slant more. I'm not that tall. Okay, so what I just thought, when you saw me trying to do that, I was feeling like I was going to fall forward because, see, this is really long. So I said, what can I do? So I'm going to untwist this to make this handle shorter for a minute, just until I get it down there, and then I can screw it back on because it makes it kind of feel top heavy being so long. So it just unscrews right here at this metal part. So it's pretty simple. See, like that. So now I can put this in there and then I can screw it back on, okay? Or I might not need to even screw it back on. We'll have to see. Let's see. So now I'm going to get a little closer to the pipe. See? That worked a lot better. Now this one is sturdier. I can already tell it. I can feel it. So it's going to take a lot longer, but I'm going to go slow to be safe. Now I'm going to screw on the other part so I can make it go down further. So now that's on. So now we can just go up and down. I do remember last year doing this though, and it was freezing. So we are blessed to have not too bad of a cold day doing this today. I remember it was so cold last year when we did this. Makes your arms get a good workout, especially because I'm not that tall and I have to go like this. But look at all the stuff coming out of it. Also, when we build our first fire today, we'll make it really hot, help get that cleaned out too. I had to take a quick break. My shoulders are hurting a little bit. Hold on. Alright, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. How much more do you think I have to do? Alright, can almost be done. I'm just going to pull it up now and then it should be clean. Because when I made it go down, it didn't really get stuck on anything, so it wasn't too bad dirty. Oh, ta-da! We did it. Now, really quickly though, I am going to knock this stuff off of this thing because some pieces got in my mouth. See, if you see this one compared to the one on the first shed, see how much dirtier that is around the edges? You know, I would say probably because we have more fires, this is the house, it probably just builds up more. So I'm just going to, before I put it on, I'm just going to put this through here and knock those off. Well, maybe. There we go. Yeah, so they knocked off really easy. See now how much better that is around the edges? And then I think the other parts will be all right. I may just dump this off the side of the house so instead of back into the chimney. I'm just going to dump this on the side of the house. Okay. I won't drop it, that would be terrible. Just gently tap it. So also what I'm going to do, first I'm going to sit down for a second. See this screen part? We're going to brush it off too because it's kind of dirty and it could get easily clogged up after a while. So, wait a minute. I got to turn around here. Get the stuff on something. You have to be clean. There we go. Now, we could use your fingers, but it's kind of black. So I don't know, I might have to use my fingers. That looks too big. Alright, well we'll just have to wash our hands. Just kind of knock it off. It's dry, so it comes off pretty easy. Well, like I said, once we get our first fire going, that heat, it'll help clean all this off too, and it'll be good. Just because it had been sitting like this, of course, all year. Once we stopped making fires. Okay, that looks a lot cleaner. Okay, so as you can see how that sticks, that black stuff sticks? That's what creosote is. So that's what I said that in the other chimney, creosote. That's what you're cleaning out of that. So that's what builds up on this pipe and around this. And what happens, if you imagine, so this is just not very much, but imagine if it never got cleaned out and year after year, these ashes and creosote were to just build up. So now you can tell what would happen is if it was to get blocked. These pipes could get blocked off. The air would not be circulating coming down. So your first tip is if your chimney is clogged would be you're not getting a good fire in your wood stove. You're like, why isn't it going? Like you light it, but it doesn't stay lit. It's not going. So your first thing would be go check your chimney. It's probably clogged up and the air is not coming out. So that's what this black stuff is. That is what the creosote actually is. So I think I cleaned off pretty good. I'll do a little bit here at the top. And it just gets hard, as you can tell. And it's just, and like I said too, that, you know, if you have a wood stove, this is definitely, you have to take care of it and you have to clean it. It could be dangerous if you let it get clogged up and then it would start a fire in your pipe, and that would be probably how a lot of house fires who have wood stoves start, I would imagine. And it's just as simple as cleaning it. So just make sure you clean it. You want the air, it needs the air to circulate. Also at the top, like this thing, right? So like, it could be going fine, but then at the top, this part was clogged. Then no, it's not going to get. Then that's how the fire starts in the pipe. So, like I said, so this is the top cap, right? And what happens is because as the heat rises up, and then it gets cool up here, and then that's why this builds up, because it's not hot anymore like it was down there. That's why you don't really have the creosote at the bottom part. It's going to mostly be up in the top part of your pipe and the lid, right, the cap. So this is why, this is where most of your problems would be, because the air is getting cooler as it goes up. Okay, so now that looks like all the holes are pretty unclogged now. Now we have to somehow get all this stuff out of there, which it didn't really work. Now, see this part though, it's okay. That little bit on this thing is okay because remember this is gonna be flipped over. So I'm not gonna really worry about that. But now I'm gonna figure out how to shake all this out. So let's turn over again. Okay, now I have to somehow get it out of there. Just gonna hit on, gently tap it and shake it, kind of different. It is messy cleaning out the chimney, but it's worth it for sure. I'm just gonna actually use my hand to scoop out these big pieces because they're not really going out very well. I should have brought a broom up here, but I guess the rain will clean the roof off. Like I said, it's gonna start raining this afternoon, and it's gonna really rain for 4 days straight here in Iowa. So, which we're thankful for the rain, but that's gonna make it chilly out. So that's why we want to get the wood stove going before it rains. Okay, that's a lot better. See, you can see through it now. There's no big pieces in there. This is clean. So now I think we can put it back together. But remember, be careful, don't slide out. Don't slide down this roof. This is a very slippery, slanted roof. Okay, so now, and the same with this one too, we have to make sure it goes on tightly or the wind will definitely knock it off. That has happened before to us. And there's an inner pipe in this pipe. That's what that little round piece sits on top of. So it's kind of interesting. If you have a wood stove, you would know that how the pipes work. I'm going to twist it. But it's not easy to put it back on because I can't see it because I'm not tall enough. I don't know. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, now I think that is good. I pushed it out a little bit on the sides, but so I twisted it. So I set it on there. I could feel like that inner circle was kind of on the inner pipe, and then you twist it, you push it, and then look, it's straight. It should be. Let's go like this. See, it's on there tight. So it's nice. So now we're good. So now we get to go. Now our next step would be you have to go inside your wood stoves and clean that part out. Okay? So thanks for watching and subscribe if you like our channel. Bye.